Joining me now is Bishop Matthew Hyde, head of the Episcopal Diocese of New York. Thank you, Bishop, for joining us. And you and I have worked together on several projects. Nothing, I think, though, moved me more as a historic occasion than the church standing up on this. Tell us how your church arrived at this very difficult decision.
We're very proud of what the presiding bishop did this week, Rev, because it so deeply honors what we value, to respect the dignity of every human person and to care most for those who are most vulnerable. What the government had asked Episcopal Migration Ministries to do, as the presiding bishop said, was exactly the opposite. The work of migration ministries across the United States has been deeply compromised by the administration's policies, and this decision this week honors what we value and avoids complicity with something that's deeply wrong.
Now, for those at home who don't know the history, why are religious groups involved in the task of refugee resettlement in the first place?
Well, we believe this work is core to our faith, core to the gospel, to welcome people to the United States who have come fleeing danger from all over the planet and to help them find safe home, safe belonging here. And as you well said, Episcopal Migration Ministries has been doing this work for 40 years in administrations of both parties. And so this so fully honors what we value and receives people in a way that helps them find a new life. We used to call this the American dream.
Now, I noticed in the bishop's statement, he talked about how they had a great working relationship with the churches in South Africa. They were concerned about the racial aspect of this. We talked in the last segment about one of the Africana refugees who, according to reporting, has made anti-Semitic comments on social media in the past. That man has argued his comments were taken out of context. But I also was interested to learn that he's being helped now by a Jewish resettlement organization. Your church made the difficult but understandable decision not to help these particular refugees. How do you remain hopeful that this resettlement, even if it's being done for questionable reasons, could still lead to a dialogue that could be helpful?
We're always looking for dialogue and for conversation. The Episcopal Church of the United States has been changed by our relationship with the church in South Africa. We were, as you were, active in the fight against apartheid in the 80s and the 90s and saw how reconciliation was possible. And the Archbishop of South Africa, the Anglican Archbishop of South Africa, thanked the presiding bishop for this decision this week because it honors our partnership, honors what we learned and how we've been changed by this relationship globally. Human rights globally comes back to civil rights locally, and this decision respects that.
Now, this isn't the first time the Episcopalian Church has waded into politics, not even the first time in this Trump term. I last spoke with you in March on this show after Bishop Marion Budde angered the president by urging him to show mercy to groups who felt they might be targeted by his incoming administration during the inaugural service. How do you think this Trump presidency is challenging the spiritual mission of your church right now?
Well, I think what's happening out in the world encourages us to step up and step forward and to speak up for what we believe and for the people in all of our communities, all of our neighborhoods who are most vulnerable. And I'm proud that Bishop Budde did that in January. I'm very proud of what the presiding bishop did this week. I'm proud of how our local congregations across New York, and I know it's true across the Episcopal Church, are stepping up every single day to work with our neighbors, to create new dialogue, and to be part of seeing each other for places of safe belonging in the world. We are challenged by this moment, and the Episcopal Church is stepping up to respond to the challenge.
Before I let you go, I know we're out of time, but I must get your take on the new American Pope. The head of the Catholic Church has a major influence over the role that all faith groups play in the global humanitarian and advocacy work. What is your impression of the Pope Leo so far?
Well, we are praying with our Roman Catholic siblings in the United States and around the world, and know how excited our siblings in the United States are for the election of the new Pope. The new Pope has deeply moved all of us. His history in Peru, walking the streets, being with people, has exactly what we want to do locally here in New York and across the United States. And so we look forward to working ecumenically to welcome the new Pope and to be church together at this moment, step up to what God's called us to do.
Now, as I've said, you and I have worked together for the last few years or months at various causes to help the needy. We have other things we're planning to continue to do, especially in the area of migrants and the needy. In your opinion, how do we change hearts and minds in the country so we can start to discuss immigration in terms of compassion and not competition?
Well, that's exactly right. And Rev, really well said. We are, all of us, part of shaping the culture right now. And we have the chance, every single one of us, to shape a culture of generosity rather than a culture of scarcity, to be people of care, connection, and courage rather than cruelty, carelessness, and loss. We can do this together. And so we're going to give the opportunity this summer for people to tell their stories about how they're doing these small acts in all of our communities. We are forming culture together, and we can be part of a rising in this moment. And we'll do that together. I'm grateful for the partnership, Rev.
And part of that partnership, you've reached out to imams from the Islamic community, Rabbi Potasnik, and the Jewish community. How in these polarizing times can faith leaders and the church have the spirit you've demonstrated here, and the presiding bishop has demonstrated now, that we can disagree without being disagreeable, and there's some values and principles that we should all uphold?
There are so many things we share, beginning with an affirmation of human dignity and the opportunity to care for each other. There is always opportunity for dialogue and to be changed by the dialogue together. I've experienced that, and you and I have done that together. And I think that's absolutely the way forward to form this culture of generosity, to stop the chaos that has been so present in these last months.